Hello everyone, and welcome to this week's Oracle reading. Before I jump into it, a little bit about what we've been up to. Seems like I always start with these just because, I don't know, life's exciting, and so why not share it? We started our certification course in this last week, and we have a lot of really cool people in that, and it's just fun to see the different reasons why people are joining. And you know, we have people who have dedicated their life to breathwork or to making this change of awareness and intention, and they're jumping in and they're ready to give back. And then there's some people who they have just felt that stirring and they're answering that, and that's a huge step of bravery, really, for all of them. And it's just like, I don't know, it's very, I don't know what the right word is, but it's profound to be a part of people's journeys in this way. And I just love coming together and connecting. And I know I say this a lot, but it really is like we're one big family. And the more connections that we can have with people, especially right now, the better. So I'm excited for this journey and just honored to be a part of it for everyone who is in it. And so, without further ado, we will jump into the Oracle reading, and I pulled from, again, the Spirit Animal Oracle deck, and this week I pulled the Whale Spirit. And so underneath it says, trust the great mystery. Okay, so Whale Spirit. The Whale Spirit really, it's all about how the whale, it was here from the beginning of time. So it's seen it all, it's heard it all, it's experienced everything and felt everything, and like since the beginning of this planet. And so it swims in the depth of the ocean in this hidden realm where basically all things must stir before they can come up and be manifested into the world. And so it's just there, like holding this presence of depth in the unseen world. And so there's like this great mystery that comes with it. And so like a lot of the things that we can't see with our mind, like the spirit, this whale spirit is tapping into that. Like it's this perception that doesn't come through our senses. It's somewhere else. It's like this mystery that we have this knowing, but we can't yet say why we have this knowing. How do we know certain things? Like that intuition that comes in, and we just can't really explain how or why. And yet it's there, and the whale spirit is really asking us to trust that it's there. It's like part of that world. It's the essence of the intuition and the knowing without knowing, if that makes sense. And so I pulled this card upside down, which has a different meaning then. So this is basically saying upside down that certainty is not offered to us right now. We are in the time of the unknown, and holy cow, our human brains don't like that. We like predictability, we like consistency, we want to know what the heck's going on, especially if you're one who's prone to anxiety. You know, we then will create our world in predictableness and making sure that nothing takes us by surprise. And so the whale spirit upside down is like, haha, not happening. So then it's even more about trusting the process and trusting in the unknown. And so it's here to remind us that our primary reality is not in the physical world, it's in the spiritual world. So we are energy, we are souls, we are spirits, we are whatever it is you want to call it. And then we come into this form, and then we start interacting with other forms. And sometimes when we get into this form, it consumes us, and we think that that's all there is. And so then that's where we get this need to have to control, because without that, we don't know if we can handle it. And then we don't really trust in our own ability to handle the hard. And so we then forget our divine nature and how strong we really are. We forget how to show up and to just play with this world instead of being in it, trying to figure it out and trying to survive. We are actually here to thrive, but yet in form, we can lose that. And so the whale spirit is the essence of the spirit world and of our dreams. And in the dreams, basically they're like in the ocean and this great unknown. And from there, that's where they get, like, they manifest up and out into the physical world. And so we must, at this time, really trust, have absolute trust that what is meant to be for us will be. That there's this intention, there's probably something that you're hoping will happen. And if it's aligned with the highest good, then we just have to trust the process and trust in this invisible world that it will come to be. And so in order to do that, because again, it's saying that there's no certainty right now. And so in order to help with our anxiety, we can stay in the present moment. We can breathe. We can remind ourselves that we are spiritual beings in a physical world to help us pull us out of that chaos that we can get into once we're in the world. And so we can breathe. We can be very mindful, very much in the present moment. And then we hold our intentions safely close into our hearts, and then we just trust that it's going to happen. We let it go. It's this very feminine nature or energy of just let go and then trust that it's going to come. And when we can do that, we can enjoy the ride of uncertainty, and then eventually it will come forward. Plus, if we really think about it, I don't, like sometimes you might have this like dream of this utopia where everything just goes the way that you want it to go, but we really don't want that. I mean, we think we do, but what fun would that be if there were just like, you knew that you wanted something and it would just automatically happen. There is some beauty in the journey, and sometimes we almost need like the hard or the bad to really understand the joy and the good. And so it's all a part of it. We were sent here to experience it all. And that means the hardships and the good things. By having the hardships, we really can celebrate and enjoy the good things. And so in the great mystery of this world, of this experience, we're here to enjoy it all. So the more that we can just trust that it's going to work out exactly the way it should for the highest good. Trust that you will be guided to inspired action that aligns with that. And then trust in your own ability to handle whatever it is that comes. So I invite you this week to think about areas in your life or circumstances, situations in your life where maybe you're forcing things or trying to control situations and make it by like that masculine energy of just doing. Where can we pull back? Maybe ask our angel guides, if you are one to pray, or just put that out into the world that you want something, and then let go and trust in the great mystery and the experiences that will come after that. Or maybe you're in a situation where you're being guided somewhere and you know something without being able to like tell somebody why you know it, like that you should be taking some next steps. And then just knowing that even when the anxiety, as it will come in, that you're trusting in the great mystery, you're trusting the process. I used to tell myself when I was going through a lot of life changes, like, adventure awaits, like something will come. Won't this be an interesting story to tell my nursing home roommate someday? And just let it play out. And so trust.